again, you think by now I'd know better. Locked in my head, romanticizing forever. Last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Diving at first into all of it. Oh, what a rush, looking into your eyes. Playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? My God, don't we look good together? I should be running away, but so what, whatever. Oh, last love I found, knees met the ground and all my roses died. Swore I was through, but looking at you, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, let's fall in love for the fun of it. Diving at first into all of it. Oh, what a rush, looking into your eyes. Playing it off like it's different this time. Let's break our own hearts for the fun of it. One look and I'm dying to run the risk. I'll live in your head for the rest of your life. Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you be my hopeless Valentine? Oh, won't you be my
Hello everyone, it's Cathy Zilski. Welcome back to my channel and my studio and my weekly live stream called Cathy Makes Card. That's me. It's my weekly live stream. I do this every Wednesday at noon Central and I make something live. We hope it turns out. Sometimes I do a little planning, sometimes I don't. Today I did do some planning, but there's no heavy die cutting. So we're going to do it all on camera today and I'm very excited to share what I've got today. So welcome everyone. Great to see you all coming in. So many familiar names. And if you're new, this is just one of my videos that you'll find on my channel here on YouTube. I go live, I make things. Most of my videos aren't this rambly, but some are. So thanks for being here. Also want to welcome my moderators, Beth and Emma. They are here in the chat today. They can answer questions for you. If I miss your question, you can always also email me at Cathy@cathyzilski.com because I don't see everything, don't see it all. Try to see it, don't. All. We've even got folks here from New Zealand. Kia ora to you. I hope I pronounced that right. All right. Email's gonna go, center myself, and let's go to the table. Let's take a look at what we're doing today because I am pretty stoked about my color palette. Let's check the poll though real quick. I had a poll today. I'm gonna end that poll. And it was all about how do you feel about choosing color. 30% of you say it's a crapshoot. 27% say great. And 27% say, I love potato chips. You're my people. 14% say it stops me from crafting. And now I'm going to lose my voice apparently. Here's the thing. Picking colors is challenging. Many times when I'm doing a card project, I don't have this many colors out, right? I am very conservative with my color choices, and that's just how it goes. However, I picked up the Color Cube from Sarah Renee Clark. I'm not an affiliate for this brand. I don't get any kickbacks, and I'm not going to tell you to run out and get this because I waited for a couple years and then I finally said, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. And I'm kind of glad I did because today this is the palette that has inspired my color choices. These are all Gina K colors, and that should clue you that we are going to use one of the new stamp sets from Gina's release. She has a new card kit out. And of course, with Gina's card kits, they're packed. They have full die sets. This is just one of the 2 6x8 sets from the kit. And of course, next month when Gina has a new kit, then this will be purchasable by itself. That's how she rolls. So they come together, great deal, and then voila. So this is what I'm going to use today because when I saw those little swoop-de-doos, I'm like, oh yeah, I have to use those. I have an idea, and well, that's what we're gonna do. All right, getting a little, sorry, I'm not fighting a cold. It just happens when I'm live. So here's what we're gonna do. And by the way, number 91 for anyone who likes to keep track of these things. I'm gonna set my little card up here so I can see it, and we're gonna get started with some stamping. So there you go. Here's the thing. I mean, the cubes, they're cool. And there are a lot. And I bought both of them. I think they're like, I don't know, 40 bucks each or something. And oh, Roberta, that's really interesting. I wondered about that. Roberta says she found out that the photos she has used, she's acquired a license to use them. Thank you for letting me know, because I think that was one of the things that actually kept me from, I'm like, does she have the rights to all these photos? All right, apparently she does. Okay, so we're gonna bring in our Misti today. I'm gonna move some things out of the way. And I am gonna be stamping in this order, okay? So we've got, here's the thing. I would not choose a lilac to go with an orange, ever. Like you know what I'm saying? Okay. I just had to point that out because that's what these cards will do. I think they will, I don't know, encourage you to try things that you don't normally gravitate towards. And here's the other part of it too. I don't gravitate towards funky colors. I never have. And all my years of working as a graphic designer, I've always gone really conservative with color choice. So I am going to start, I'm going to use them both because, you know, they're both a little different. They're kind of designed to stack, but I'm going to overlap mine. And actually, speaking of cute cards, you know, if you're a member of Gina's, I'm going to start in the middle just so I don't mess up where I'm going. She has a great Facebook group, and there are a lot of great samples and things that are shared. In fact, I saw Mindy Egan, who's here in the chat. Mindy has a really cute series using this stamp set and a die that just came out as well. And it made me want that die, Mindy. I thought it was very, very cute. All right, we're going to start with Peach Bellini in the center. All right, so I'm just going to ink this up really well. Christopher, I wish I had some Chipotle. I don't know how many of you love when Chipotle gets the al pastor in, but I love it so much, and I've been craving it. And, well, I wish I didn't have leftovers tonight. All right, I'm just going to ink this up to the best of my ability. Bring this down. I'm going to bring in my little stamp and press tool. This is probably my favorite one. I don't know. I think you can still get it. I usually link it in my supplies, but I love it. It's I don't know what it's called. The Princess Luna or something. Super cute. And there we go. I do not want to stamp that more than once. That's it. Because I don't care if it looks a little splotchy. It's going to smooth out beautifully. Okay. And we're going to clean you off. Little damp stamp chamois, right? And then we're going to bring in the other one. Because they both have that little brushed look. And I think what I'm going to do, did I do this wrong already? I did. No, I didn't. I'm going on top. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. Wasn't I? No. Okay. You know, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. So now I'm just going to overlap this a little. Right like that to have, I'm just going to create some areas. All right. And again, welcome everyone. Now keep that over here so I don't get confused. Now I'm going to bring in my lovely lavender. I'm not going rogue. This is neither the time nor the place. And it is true. Her inks smooth out so beautifully. And anyone who is thinking like, oh, I'd love to get some inks and what would be good inks to have? I will tell you, I've had Gina's inks the longest. I've only had to re-ink a few pads. This is one of them. I just recently re-inked my lovely lavender, and I am going to hit this twice. Okay. Craftivity is asking, is it the same stamp for all three? No, I'm using a different one in the center. which was that little friend. So they're two different ones so that you can kind of create something that looks a little more whimsical, okay? And that is the goal. And you know, years ago, if you had said to me, Cathy, you're going to create whimsical things, I would say, yeah, all right, next. But no, card making changed my life. And, oh no, I need this one again. I'm going to repeat it on the bottom. Okay. So then we're just gonna come over here again, just a little bit of an angle, like that. Okay, pick it up and go. And again, welcome everyone who's joining. The nice thing about Gina's release party, you can go back and watch. What? Oh, by the way, Tangerine Twist. So we had the peach Bellini, and we have the Tangerine Twist. Now, this is a bit of a firecracker of a color, and you'll see that as I start to put it on here, but I think this is going to look really nice. And it matches the card. Okay, so we're inking it up, bringing the door down, and press. All right. Anyway, everything's going fine. Things are going fine. I'm good. How are you? Someone just walked into my house. No, actually, someone just left. Someone left the other day. My son, oh, I missed a spot right there. Is that good? Yeah, it's going to be good enough. My son was at home, and I said to him, shouldn't you be at class right now? Because he's finishing his last semester. And he's like, nope, classes are done. And I'm like, what? I guess I don't pay attention. But yeah, he's just wrapped up his final semester of college, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And if the university accepts his credits where he went to school, which wasn't a university, he went to a college, but he finished his degree at the University of Minnesota, then he will have a degree in English and he can do nothing with it. But you know what? What do we do with an English degree? I think that's the question, but I'm very proud of him. All right. So there we go. That's what I'm doing. So let's just let it dry. Okay. Let's let it dry. Okay. And we're going to set it over there. Now, I want to look here because I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take another piece of cardstock. By the way, I am using Gina's heavy base weight cardstock today. It is very smooth and it's really nice for ink blending, stamping, everything. But if you run your finger over it, you can feel the difference between her paper and, for example, the Neenah Classic Crest Solar White that I use all the time. In fact, I don't know why. I just don't always ink blend on this paper because it's super, super smooth. And it's good to see, Becky, that English majors are going to end up somewhere. You know, it's going to happen. He took a year off, year and a half, went back to finish his degree, and I think I'm really proud of him for that because it's a choice. You know, it's a choice. Lisa Rathel wants to know if I use the sticky mat in my Misti. Yes, I do. I use the waffle flower grip mats. Ever since I started using them, I have never gone back. I've never gone back. I think they're great, and I wash mine once a week when it gets dusty. So yeah, great. Yeah, you can do a lot with an English degree. I mean, my degree's in journalism, and I became a graphic designer. So, you know, the sky's the limit. He's also a musician. I think that's really what he would like to do. And he is doing it right now. You know what? You can be a musician and you can have a job and you can do all kinds of things. And I should stop talking about him because he doesn't appreciate that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp some things. Now, I am using the palette here. So I thought that warm cocoa would look nice. And I'm going to stamp these first, okay? Because this is the closest thing to the what do you call it? The brown, okay? And I think these flowers are so cute. And also I have the dies for them. So that's the fun thing about the kit is you get the die. So we're gonna ink up like that. Looks pretty good. Bring it down and press. Renee Allen wants to know, do I remove my sticky mats for red rubber stamps? Yes, if I'm using a cling stamp or a red rubber stamp, that mat comes out. When you get a Misti, it will have a foam in it and then a pad of paper. They also sell what's called the Misti mouse pad, which is basically the same concept. It lifts everything up to where it needs to be, and it's cleanable. I have my Misti mouse pads. Once I started doing this with the mats, I stopped using them because I don't need to use a magnet anymore. All right, so we're gonna come down a couple times here. And again, this will dry back quite a bit, but it's the closest of Gina's to that brown. I actually think that looks really good. I could even do a third go if I wanted. You know, I just saw what Christopher said about college. Here's the thing. I feel lucky that I was able to go to college, but I didn't have a great experience. I think the only thing I really enjoyed about college was partying in Seattle. And that's why I ended up not graduating from the University of Washington. I transferred, I moved to Texas, and then the rest is history. All right. How many color blocks to buy? Cheryl Buck says, I'm not clear on the subject. Well, they sell two, and I feel like one is just an expansion pack, so you have more options. You don't, first of all, you don't have to buy them, but I bought both because I kind of wanted to see both of them, and at this rate, I'm going to have color palette ideas for years if I choose to use them, and I am choosing to use them because I feel like, you know, this is good for me to stretch my choices. Who would pick brown for a flower? It's not the cheeriest thing, right? But I really feel like, all right, I'm going to grab, let's see. I feel like it's just a fun thing to try, right? I'm going to stamp some leaves, but I also don't want to introduce a new color here. I don't want green because I think that would look weird. So I'm going to do Sandy Beach. I want to keep it in the brown tones. And I probably could have got a cube, but I don't know if, I think I have this color as a cube. But I'm going to bring it down and stamp. I just want to have some little light leaves. I don't even think I need to stamp that twice. Well, you know what though? I'm going to do it. Suzanne, you're correct. It's all tax write-offable. Well, that's because this is my business. And that's the thing, you may or may not know this, but content creators on YouTube, we're all individual small businesses. That's what we do. We work for companies. We get product from other small companies, but we ourselves are businesses. I've had my CZ Design business since since before 1999. But in earnest, I started CZ Design in 1999 when I left the corporate world. And I've always been employed by myself since then. So what I do is part of my individual business. And so when you're here watching, I'm really grateful because views equal love. I don't know if that's true, but I think it is true. And yeah, very good point, Elizabeth Walker. College is not for everyone, especially not in this era, you know, where people can, oh, by the way, I'm making 3 leaves, where people can make other choices, you know? And if I had to do it again, knowing what I know about the world, I don't know if I would go. I really don't. We told our kids all along, you know, we're going to help you as much as we can, but if you make a choice to do something otherwise, that is your choice. We told our son every year, if you don't want to go back, don't go back. It's too expensive. And he kept making the choice to go back until he didn't. Then he took that 1.5 years off, and he's just so much more mature now. It's an interesting thing. Okay, so I've got my leaves here. Also, Anij, I see you, and I see that you're always watching and don't say anything, so I appreciate your comment. Okay, now I want to choose one of these greetings. I absolutely love them. I think the typography is beautiful, and it's so minimal. I love minimal greetings. I'm going to make a card that says thankful for you. But here's the thing. So this is not black. It is dark brown. So I am going to stamp this with Gina's Dark Chocolate to create this, you know, the complete palette. And again, normally, by the way, someone asked which cube is this from. It's from cube set number 1, okay? And the other thing that's kind of cool on the back, well, this, I guess if you're a web designer, you have the codes on the back for the colors as well. Oh, Angie, sorry. I thought Anij was a beautiful name. I would have called you either. Okay, I'm going to make this in the dark chocolate. So come here. Now today I do have, I should let my moderators know, I did remember to put the blog post up for giving away the card that I make. So if you want this card when it's done, if it turns out well, I'm giving it away. If it doesn't turn out well, I'm gonna give it to my husband. No, I don't know if that's not true. Okay, I'm gonna give this a few rounds and I'm not pressing real hard, but I wanna make this look as dark as I can. Okay. I think that, oh gosh, you know what? I'm like, why can't I see anything? Okay, that's 100 zillion times better. I forgot to change my glasses. Okay, I think that's good. A nice dark chocolate. And here we go. So let's see what else. I don't have any shameless plugs today. It's May. It's gonna be May. Justin Timberlake, you know the thing, yeah. It's May and it's a new month. And that means in 1 month, my husband will be home from teaching, and then I will have him home all summer, which is why being in this space, life-changing. Okay, I have all the stamping done, right? Yeah, so we have these things. My inks are starting to smooth out beautifully. Now I need to die cut. So let's get our plate out. Set our little Misti aside and let's get our dies. So I put all my dies already on a little magnet, but when you get your kit from Gina, they come with a similar magnet, not this one, although this is made by the same company, but you get these really sturdy magnets that are actually bigger than this. And I think that's really nice so that you have a way to store them in your pocket. And I keep all mine in pockets. These are just the, I think these are the Avriel pockets. I could be wrong. But we're gonna cut the things out. Okay. Yeah, this is a funky color scheme. Again, not something I would choose, but I'm loving that feel right there. Like the lavender in with the orange, and yeah, I think it's very cool. So let's get out our dies. You know what? If you got the tools, use them. Look at that. This little nail polish magnet has changed my life because then I don't have to dig. I don't like digging, right? We just pick it up. I don't know which greeting though is this one. Is it that one? Thankful for you. I think it is. And we have our leafery. There we go. Okay. So great. It is, oh, there I picked up more. So it's a nail polish magnet for metallic manicures that have metallic pigment in them. And when your polish is wet, you hover the magnet and all of the metallic pigment comes together and it creates this beautiful tiger eye effect. I did like two of them, and I never did magnetic polish again because it's kind of fussy. But yeah, and they're super cheap. But like, I think I have them linked in my description now in my supply list. I think I just have a generic link, and it's a 2-pack for like $5. But I absolutely love it, and now I feel like I can't craft without it. So there you go. Okay, so now let's cut out a few things while we're here. Now this might take me a minute. I think I got to get the head over. You know, these are pretty easy to line up because there's not much. I'm not going to mess it up. And even if I messed it up a little, it's pretty easy to see because they have some very definitive points. Right? I don't know if I might throw a little tape on though, because I love my magnetic mat. but it sometimes, because the cardstock is so thick, it doesn't always magnetize perfectly. And sometimes they slip and slide. So I think, just to be safe, we're going to do a little taping. Is my head getting in the way? No, that needs to come down a bit. All right, just a little, just, you know, so you don't have to do it more than once. Although you could do it more than once. Yeah, magnetic polish, weird, beautiful when it's done right. My daughter did some amazing manicures, though, when she was living at home. And now she just comes over and she steals my Dazzle Dry. She's really good with her nails, though. But she loves the Dazzle Dry, as do I. Okay, there. We're going to do you. We're going to do one of these. We're getting a lot. There's a little over-adhesing, okay? There's a little over-adhesing. I know. Now, I do want you all to start thinking, though, about card base color, because I'm not going to do white today, I don't think. Well, yeah, okay. We're over-adhesing. We're going to be fine. Now, I will pop this on, and we are almost ready to go. So, thankful for you. And again, welcome, everyone. I didn't check to see. Hey, so far only 1 thumbs down. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding, but it's always funny to look up and see that. Because then I think, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? It's the voice I hear. Hey, it all counts, you know? Okay. Oh, I found my sound effect again, so it makes me a little happy. All right, head's coming over for a second. I think we're good. So a little bit of prep, but here we go. Covering it up. We're going to the die cut cam. There we are, and running it through. Yes, I did find my sound effect, and here it is, because look, my lips aren't moving. You're doing it wrong. That's just, you know how you have in your mind voices about what people sound like? That's what people sound like to me. Here we go. We're going to just take all these off. On the internet, people who complain, I think they all sound the same in my mind. Now, they probably don't, but it makes it easier if you just have someone say it in that tone of voice. I can't recommend it high enough. 5 stars. Okay. So look, I did good. See how nicely those cut out? Aren't those cute? All right, let's see how the little, and again, it just picks up your dies so nicely. Well, it's taped. I don't want to tear anything. There we go. Stack in there. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to poke you out. There we go. Oh, yeah. That looks great too. See that? I like it. It actually looks very close in color, but I think that's fine. I could do that in black, but I don't. I really want to stick with the palette at hand, although now, see, I'm not as good with cutting out leaves, but that's okay. I may do one in black too. That almost looks like the same color. Well, we'll see. Yeah, or the Peanuts teacher sound. That is also, I can't use those now. It's that kind of voice too. All right, so we're just going to cut these out. And I'll run that through too. We'll watch the die cut cam and all its thrillingness. Okay, coming out. Yes, and sometimes the color on screen, even from my space here, it mostly looks off with yellows, not with these kinds of colors. So I might just do a black too, because I feel like sometimes, I'm over adheser. Sometimes we will make decisions on the fly, because this is so dark that it looks black to me. All right. And yes, anything that doesn't show up in the lists, I always update my supply lists after the live stream. Because oftentimes I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing, and I change my mind and I don't include something, or then I do include something. But I think what I'm going to do, just for fun, is I am going to, where did my Misti tool go? Oh, it's here. Hold on a second. I'm going to bring this back in for a second. And I'm just going to stamp one in black. I think I have room. How does that look after going through? Sometimes my mat or my plates will actually kind of muck up and leave little black specks here and there. So I'm going to stamp one more time here, the Thankful for You, because I don't want it to seem like the same color. That did not have the contrast I thought it would have, probably because it's so small. But I think, oh gosh, look at me using all my paper. Okay, you go there, you go there. Okay. I'm just going to use black Onyx for this. This is actually probably my favorite black ink that I have, because I feel like every time I use it, it works so well. It's so crisp, and I'm doing this lightly so that I don't smush anything. But it gives me that great repeat impression. I learned that from Gina. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Again, this tool, nail polish magnet. I tell you, once you go to the nail polish magnet, you'll never use your fingers again, or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to cut this out because I think it's going to look better. Okay. Let's put this away. And I mean, this is actually a pretty quick card. And I think when you're not doing, all the techniques under the sun, sometimes it just feels so good to just stamp. Just stamp. Irene has a question. And she says, I think that's a fine question. And I think I might have replaced this 5 months ago. They last a really long time. But yeah, like I said, now little bits and pieces are coming out. But let me tell you this, these last so much longer than my other electronic cutter plates ever did. And that is the my Gemini, which is a great machine. I don't dislike the Gemini. I love my Gemini Junior. It's in my closet. I don't use it because I started using this. And this kind of rocks my world. So, oh, and I can use this as a shadow layer, or as a second layer to this die. But, the only time I don't cut into, let's see, how does that look? Into this mat, and I probably don't need the tape, but again, I'm hedging my bets. The only time I cut into the plastic plate is if I feel like something is going to be really hard to cut through. And that's when I will do it. But these plates have stayed so not warpy. Yeah, it's pretty great. Alrighty, coming back to table cam. There we go. Yeah, and then here, this is, again, if the tape wasn't on here, it'd pop right off, but it lifts. I'll show you in the next cut. This is probably great. Let's pop it out. I love this because when I design dies, I never cut out that much, and I just think that's actually really cool. Cool, good for me to think about. So check it out. I'll do one more, and you can see, because I'm probably going to use that shadow layer. Go like that. Run it back through. Oh, I guess I'm not completely done die cutting yet. All right. See, this is what I love, is you take off your plate and you just go, whoop, and there it is. It's magic. It's magic. All right. I, though, am going to put this back on the sheet. And I'm going to put these back on the sheet because I'll tell you what, this is how you lose dies, people. If you don't, well, you don't have to clean up while you go. And again, I can just pick them up here. But it's a good habit when it comes to dies. Although I recently found what the you know those magnetic bowls? I have one. It's looking at me right now. It's magnetized to one of my carts, but it works great, and I've got to start incorporating that. I actually just used it in a video, so you'll see that coming out. All right, so there we go. Those pieces are cut, and I just think that has better contrast, so that's the way I'm going to go. One more cut, though. I am going to grab a Master Layouts 1, which I've set aside here. Now, this is one that I feel like this is a very all-purpose useful thing to have in your stash because it's going to cut out a couple panels for you. And this is, I mean, I know Gina trims to these sizes all the time, and they're just great. I think the smaller one is, I should know this by heart, but let's check. So it's 3 and, is that 15, 3 and 7/8? I think it's 3 and 7/8. But I want to trim this down so that I have a perfectly trimmed panel. I want to make sure this is the bigger one so I don't mess that up. Yeah. Yep. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm going to frame this out right about there. I love being able to crop. Always cropping. Okay. And that, yeah, I think that looks good. I like the angle. See how they've already just smoothed out so beautifully? Love it. So I'm going to cut this. And let's run it through. Also, I see some talking about this machine in the chat. I got this machine from Home Shopping Network. They usually have really good sales, and so I think I paid $185 for it, and it's just the main size. It's not the mini. So yeah, it was a good price, and I saved 15% actually on top of that because I signed up for their newsletter. So now I get newsletters about things that I truly don't need. All right, let me grab a piece of cardstock for my mat layer. So I had pulled the dark chocolate, but I think I'm going to do it in black to have that visual connection. See, I think the dark chocolate cardstock looks darker than it looks how I want it to look, but now that I've done black, I got to do black. So I've got some black Onyx, and I'm going to make sure that that's the smaller one. See, when you get chatting, you start to make mistakes and or happy accidents. So let's put this one away. Yeah, I know that people that have both machines, but I just don't have the space. Truth be told, there's just not enough room in here. All right. And so this one is great. I do like having it here where I work, because this is where I film, and the other good thing is the table that I have now versus the table that I used to film in the dining room. This table sits on a steel base and it doesn't move, and everything's really sturdy. And the camera that I use over here does vibrate because the camera is on a stand that's a little shaky, but you know, who's not a little shaky these days? Okay, let's mat this friend on. You go over there, all right? And you guys, I think I am technically done for now. Okay, bring in some things in. Let's bring in some things. I need my adhesive eraser just to get the mucky muck. I mean, you're not even going to see it, but sometimes if you get little mucky mucks from your plates, you can always just bring in an adhesive eraser. Yeah, going to work great. All right, let's zoom in a little. Okay, let's see now. How are we doing out there? Okay, I am going to glue this onto this. So if there is a more Gina K thing to do, well, I have not seen it. I love doing it because when I do it, I feel like Gina. And I will tell you, many of you know this, but when I started making cards, aside from watching Jennifer McGuire, because we're friends and I'm always like, what is it she does again? I got to watch some of her videos. I spent so much time watching Gina's videos. They were almost like my version of ASMR. Like I watched pretty much everything she ever did. And part of that, by the way, this is her tape runner. Part of Gina, it like she just inspired how I wanted to be on YouTube. In terms of lay out your products, show people what they're going to need, and then, you know, make cards that people can do. And I hope that's what you take away from my channel, is that, you know, it is just paper and it's fun to try something different, and it's fun to experiment with a color palette that may or may not work. It could look terrible, but it could be great, you know? Rose, I'm going to stand up too. So, oh, there's no bra here. So let's keep that under wraps. I'm going to line this up. And the way this is, I saw someone ask questions about lining up layers, and I got to tell you, Gina's really good at this, but it helps if you stand up and see my head come in here and look down. Okay. Sometimes if you don't have that bird's eye view, I can't do it sitting down. I've tried, it doesn't work. It's really hard for me to do. And so if you struggle with it, by all means, stand up. It will help you look straight down. Now I am going to, I'm going to find something here. So yes, Simon Crete is coming, and I know it is going to be an awesome event, but I do not do in-person events. I am far too much of an introvert for it. I can talk online for days, but usually after my live stream, I don't talk to anyone at my home. If there's anyone here, I just don't. I just go make lunch. I sit in silence. I take pictures. But doing the whole in-person thing, I did that. I did that in the mid 2000s, and it just about killed me. From a mental and emotional standpoint. And it sounds weird, but anyone who, you know, is an introvert, you get it. And you it's not good or bad. It's just what it is. And the beautiful thing that happens, at least it's happened for me as I get older, I know how to say no to things. That's really liberating to know that, like, I love the people at Simon that I work with, and I'm sad that I'm not going to get to see them. But like, they're not going to like me less if I don't go, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. I just am not going to go. So for those of you who go, have the best time ever, because I won't be there, and that's okay. All right. One of you gave me the best tip in the world. Oh yeah. Amy was going to, you know, stand in front of people and like push them and stuff, but I can't make Amy do that. Let's use the one that I was going to use, because I think this is going to look great. Let's glue this together. So someone reminded me, and if you're here, you got to raise your hand. She's like, Cathy, don't you have Grit Tonic, the Tim Holtz grit mat that you cut into pieces? Use that for gluing, because I bought this cool mat, a silicone mat from Tailored Expressions. I love it because it's pretty. But then I'm like, I also have this stuff that's sitting around doing nothing. Nothing, okay? And today it's come back into the mix for gluing. All right, so I can't see you right now, your comments while I'm gluing, but let's just glue. I'm doing this so this has a little substantialness. But yeah, it's just the being, and you know, even when I go to family events, and I love my hubby's family. They're just great people. They're great people, and they're good people, and there's no one who's weird, and they're just, I mean, weird in a good way. They're just good people. And even that, well, that doesn't tire me out as much actually, because I can just be myself around them mostly. Okay, we're going to put that on. But yeah, being out and about with people that I don't personally know, that is much harder, because that I turn into this person that I refer to as Scrapbook Cathy. Scrapbook Cathy is really friendly. She does not swear. I mean, I don't swear here either, but as soon as the camera goes off, it's like I have to let it all out. Scrapbook Cathy is very friendly and makes eye contact. And then she curls up in a fetal ball and says she's never going to walk outside again. So, you know, that was from my scrapbooking days when I used to teach back then. Oh, and I was going to show you my goth picture again. Shoot, it might be in my cloud. I'll have to check. That was a different Cathy. That was goth Cathy. She was she was a sassy lass. Okay, we're gluing everything together with Connect glue, and then I'm going to take my lovely Share Handmade Kindness brick and let it set. Okay. I could look at while that's gluing, I'm just going to take a quick look at the iCloud Drive. Oh, it's your lucky day. Oh, it's your lucky, lucky day, because guess what? It is in the cloud. And while we're here and while we're waiting, here you go. You're welcome. Oh, that's too big now. We gotta bring it down. How do I bring it down in size? Bring it down. There it is. There she is. That's me. All in goth clothing. That's my friend Tristan. Someone asked me, they said, "Is that your husband?" And I'm like, "No, it is not." And I don't know how to actually make it smaller in size, but there it is. And that's all you know. All right, we'll size it for the next time. But I thank you for the super chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. And Merritt Mosbakken, that's really generous. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that was me. That was me. I'll make it smaller and we'll have a better time. I actually shared it to my personal. I have a personal Instagram. It's just my name, Cathy Zielske. I have a CZ Design, and then I have a personal Instagram that I mostly just post pictures of Frankie. But I did post that goth picture there. Feel free to go follow. I can't guarantee you that you'll see appropriate things there, but you'll see probably cat pictures. Okay, so I think that looks great. Now, let us move on to the next step. Yeah, I was a goth kid. It was, you know, and I wish there were more pictures, but my mom told me I looked terrible. You look ridiculous. You look terrible. Why do you do this? Okay, we already have that. And you know, I don't think that's what kids need. Just gonna say, I'm 58 years old and I still haven't gotten over that one. It's like, let your kids do what they want to do with their look. You know what I mean? Come on. It's literally, yeah. Okay, let's get some foam squares. I have a few things here, but now here's what I don't know. No, Tristan had 2 green gloves on. And Audra, was I a Depeche Mode fan? Of course I was. Also, Evelyn, thank you so much for that super chat. That's awesome. Yeah, I was a Depeche Mode fan. The first time I heard Depeche Mode was in college, my freshman year, 1984. And I had bought an album from a record store called the Sound Rations Sampler. And Everything Counts by Depeche Mode was on that. And I'm like, who is this band? I must find them. And that's when I bought their first album and became a big fan. Okay, I need to figure out my note card base. And I wondered, do we think peach Bellini would look nice or brown? I'm going to take the butt cam off and grab some cardstock and I'll be right back. Okay. Do I have peach Bellini? I do. And chocolate warm cocoa. All right. I'm grabbing a couple here. I'm going to pop that in. And I'm cutting one more piece. So hold on here. Cut that. Okay. So now it's going to get a little tricky because we're going to have dissent. We're going to have discussion. But I wondered what would look best for the note card, because what's going to happen is we're going to have some flowers on here. I'll figure that out. There's going to be some leaves. We've got a greeting. I don't know how I feel about peach Bellini, but what a good match that is. Oh gosh, lavender. Hold on, butt cam's going off. Let me grab some of that. Lovely lavender. Okay. Oh, Oh, thank you again for, wow, another super chat. Thank you so much. That is very nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, very nice. Thank you so much. I will tell you something that's nice is oftentimes I will have panels already cut in my shelves where I keep my paper, because every single time I make a card base, I leave the other one. So let's just take a look. Let's take a look at the options. Okay, I don't think I want to do Tangerine Twist, but let's just imagine peach Bellini. Wow, lovely lavender. That's really pretty, and that's kind of shocks me. Or the brown. I think the brown is pretty, but I think we could probably take that out. I think it's going to be between the peach and the lavender. Zan, you know, I think I don't love the peach with the black. What about Prince? Are you going to argue with Prince? Don't you remember the line? Color me peach and black. Color me taken aback. Crucial. Think I want you. Anyone? Okay, can I tell you a story? Oh boy, we got a lot of peaches and we got a lot of lavenders. I honestly don't, oh, this is going to be tricky. I'm a huge Prince fan. When he died, I was out of sorts for a week. I couldn't shake it, and I miss him to this day. But when I'm looking at your comments right now, but when gosh, we've got peach and lavender. I don't think I can go wrong, but I feel like, boy, I think it's really pretty with the peach Bellini, but lavender too. Oh gosh, I think it's really good with the lavender. But when I first heard that song, You Got the Look, I didn't know the lyric was color me peach and black. I knew it was color me peach and black. I didn't know it was color me taken aback. I thought it was color me taking a bath. What are you going to do? Okay. Well, you know what? I could flip a coin. You know what? Do I have a coin? How about this? Let's flip this. And because I like the lavender best. Can I do the lavender? I think it's brighter. And you know what? I'm not going to, because I realized when you know how when you're creating sometimes and you feel it. I just felt it. Okay. Also remember, when I don't use your idea, I love you still. Namaste. Okay, let's do this. Yes, I had a Prince poster on my wall too. It was Prince from Purple Rain, and he was wearing a jacket, and like one side was night and one side was dark. Tell you what, color me peach and black. Color me taken aback. All right, I am going to fold this down, move you, and let's do a little this. Also, I go way back with Prince. I should have stuck with him, but when I was in 7th grade, and used to hang out at the skating rink, because I not only was a figure roller skater, but it's where everything I did in my life socially happened. And my bestie, who's still my bestie to this day, I remember being at the skating rink and we heard I Want to Be Your Lover, and we thought we had died and gone to some sort of funk disco heaven. So to this day, that song is so rad. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use my new stamp. I don't know how I feel. Every time I do it, it makes the CZ look really overly heavy. I haven't figured this out. It's from rubberstamps.com. It's nice. But it always gets a little thick. All right, that's neither here nor there. All right, so let's put the little base on here. Okay, we are gonna use our jewels right now because that's what I'm feeling. Sorry. No, actually, do you know, we say that around our house all the time. Have you purified yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka? I have been on Lake Minnetonka, but I did not purify myself in the waters. Now, when I pop this down, look at that beautiful margin of lavender. I know some of you are rooting for the peach. That's all good, because look at that beautiful match, though, of the ink. Oh, so good. Okay, I'm going to have my Thankful for You be right about there. I would like to grab some leafery, and I think I'm gonna make some leaves together. I guess I could use tape, but you know what? I think I'll use liquid glue. So let's get our mat back out. Here we go. The waters of Lake Minnetonka. We quote Purple Rain a lot. It's like I loved that movie. I've told you this story before, but it came out, I was a senior in high school. I went to the Everett Mall. I watched it by myself because even though my bestie loved Prince in the 8th grade, oh, I want to go this way so I can see. She didn't love Prince after that. I'm like, what's wrong with you? How can you not like Prince? To this day, she never liked him. And I tell you what, it changed my life. I'm going to put a little tape on that. My kids do, well, okay, Ruth, my daughter does. There's a lot of music that I loved from the 80s, like Crowded House. My daughter loves Crowded House. She grew up listening to a lot of this. Peter Gabriel, my son used to really love. And that's funny because when he was a little guy, he used to, 3.5 years old, he would watch Peter Gabriel concert films that I had. And literally there's my 3.5-year-old son singing Biko at the top of his lungs. And it doesn't get much better than that. Yeah, so they do. My son has really great musical taste, and I'm talking about my kids too much because they'll never watch, but they both love music, and they both are very musical. My daughter was a singer and did a lot of theater things. I'm just going to hold that together just to glue it. And yeah, I don't know. Prince was a big part of my formative years, and the talent. Oh, tell you what. But I never went to Paisley Park. But I did, oh gosh, is that going to be too much? I did see him in concert once. And I believe I have told this story, but it was at his club, Glam Slam. I just want to connect those so I know what I'm doing. And it was standing room only, 200 people, and I was 20 feet from Prince. And it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Wait, what is that from? That was pretty cool. Oh, Miley Cyrus's impersonation by Vanessa Bayer on Saturday Night Live. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay. I am going way off the rails today. So here we go. Let's see. Are people dropping like flies? So far, so good. Yes. Okay, so I have different depths of foam square. And I think what I would like to do is I'm going to figure out my arrangement. See, this is funky, right? You don't have to always have green flowers. I think this is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to figure out this arrangement, but I need some dimension. And so that's going to go underneath. Okay. I'm going to take this friend here and we're going to put on a full foam square. Right smack there. Okay. And I think I'm going to put one little guy. See, this is the thing. I love having multiple sizes of foam squares because you never know when you're going to need them. I'm impersonating an impersonator. Yep. You know what I'm talking about, though. I loved Vanessa Bayer's impression of the Miley Cyrus show. All right. We're going to put one here just so that this gets the support it needs because support can be beautiful. Oh, are the sirens going off? It's first Wednesday of the month. I live in Minnesota. Tornado awareness. Tornado awareness. Okay. Now, I need a thin foam square here. Also, thanks for being here today. You know, you have places you could go for lunch. And you came here, and I appreciate that. I actually am going out to lunch this week with one of my dear friends. I don't think he's here today. But he has shown up at live streams in the past, and he's pretty hilarious. We used to work together, and he's a dear friend, and I adore him. and I get to go out and have lunch with him. Okay. I think I will do one. Okay, we're going to go one more thin. See, this takes me time. The building of these kinds of things takes me time, and that's okay. You know, you can take your time. This isn't meant to be like speed crafting, right? Okay, but see, I am digging it. So here's what I want to do. I want to have these kind of coming at different angles. I want the thankful for you. Actually, you know what? Does that want to go over? I could go over, and then I could put this leaf down here. Okay. Also, yeah, if you're new, let me know. It's always surprising and fun to have new people find my channel. And if you are new, consider becoming a scribe. Consider becoming a subscriber, because I appreciate it. I grow slowly on YouTube, but steadily. And someday I might get that plaque, that plaque and that special check mark by my name. And when I do that, my husband is going to do another video where he narrates my crafting. And well, I think we all know what a treat that is. I'm sorry if you can hear the sirens going off in the distance, but we know how to keep it safe in Minnesota, you know? All right, we're going there. I am going to do this as well. Yeah, there we go. So thank you. Thank you for being here. I will have a premiere on Sunday for you. I guess I do have a shameless plug. And it's fun. It's a fun card. So I'm gonna have that on Sunday, I think, because it's the 5th. And that will be a new waffle flower release. Also, I have made, and I have another card. No, that's not until Monday. Never mind. Let's pop you. So we're going under here, right? Just a little. And then this kind of pops up and out like that. Okay. Again, brown leaves. Would green have looked better? I don't know. I just didn't want to introduce green into this palette, because then I feel like that's a totally different vibe, and I'm not going for that vibe. All right. Oh, Kathleen, I'm glad that you caught alive. You know, I know it doesn't work for everyone's timing. By the way, I put liquid glue on for some float time, but I don't work well at night. I never have. I am like, if I could go live at 6 in the morning, dude, do it. I am very much a morning person, and this is like an ideal time of day again, but this is during a lot of people's work days, and I get it. Not everyone can be in here. I want to see if this will slide in there. It will. Okay. But that's why I don't do lives at night. Sometimes I do lives for special occasions, like I did a 75,000 subscriber thing at night. If I ever see that day of 100,000, I will definitely do a nighttime live for that, because it's just it's a premiere time. All right, we're just putting that right on the note card. I really like this. Oh, okay. And then thankful for you. I actually am going to push it up just a little bit into the orange like that. Oh, I'm so glad I did black, because I do think it makes a difference. All right, kind of down here. At night in my studio, that's where I would be. All right, a little more liquid glue. And I'm going to pop this on. So again, if you like this card and you think, I would like Cathy to send that to me, you know, check out the blog post. It'll be, well, unless Emma and Beth have already popped it in the chat, I will also add a link after this video is done. How does that look? Is that straight? Let's go a little, oh, I love my liquid glue. That looks mostly straight. How about that? Press. Yep, that's good. And, oh, now it's sliding still. Did I get it? Let me look. Yeah, that's good. I'm actually going to put that on there and let it balance. But you can enter. There it is. Links are coming. All kinds of things are happening. And thank you for sharing that link. So last week's winner has not claimed their card yet. Sometimes that happens. I hope my email did not go into the spam folder, but what are you going to do? You know, my message said, you just won $1 million prize. Open this email. I'm just kidding. My email said, I'm a princess from Lithuania and I have money to divest. You know, I could have said that, but yeah. Okay, now do we want a little bling on here? Maybe. You know, I don't know. It's pretty neat by itself. The only thing I think I would do... Oh, that's pretty. No, now I'm getting weird. Hold on a second. I'm looking in here at my stash. I would consider doing clear, but not anything wild. And let's just take a look, because I feel like this doesn't need much. If anything, it might not, but you know what? I'm not, it's not above me to look. The black tool, this is a nail polish wand. It is in my supply list. In the description box on this video, you can access it on your computer or you can access it on your phone or tablet. There's a thing that says visual supply list. If you, oh, do I have a tray? If you click on that, it will take you out to my list of supplies, and you don't have to sign into anything, and it just, you open it and you can shop. Or you can go to my website, cathyzilski.com, click on blog, and look for this giveaway post. It's the supplies are listed there too at the bottom. So, and I will update anything that I did not have current in here. I try to get as many as I can correct, but sometimes I miss a few things. And I love these sequins. These are not listed yet. They do tend to stick to each other. So let's get one out here. There we go. I think it could be cute to have 3. Oh, now you're stuck to my finger. Let's see. We'll see. Hold on. Cupboard, Cathy. But that is also where you can find my supplies. And again, Emma and Beth always help me by saying, hey, Cathy, what about this one? I don't love that. Hold on. Why am I using my finger? Okay. So all the list. I'm concentrating so hard I can't speak. Okay. Maybe I need to purify myself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, you know? I think that could help. I think 5 would be beautiful on this, and it just adds a little something, something. And I also like to try to break out of the, yeah, I like that. I like to try to break out if there's like an area, you know, here where I can split that line. I always think that looks kind of cool. Let's boop it up. Let's do it. Alrighty. I'm only doing 5. I want that odd number. Odd. Let's try that. All right, let's cupboard. There we go. Okay. And whoop, boop. There we go. Boop. Sometimes if you find yourself overthinking your boops, your sequins, your gems, whatever, then it's time to just say, you know what, just nope, I don't want them. It's taken too long. And that's my rule of thumb with my sequin placement or gems. Boop. But I like that. Boop. And I like that. And that is my finished card project today. Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, Mela, I know these are not good for European times because it's so late there, but all right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at our inspiration today. So using this stamp set from Gina, and again, I think the cool thing about the set in here, it's modern and also pretty, and yet this is not a palette that I would ever consider doing. I love that. And again, this is card 91. It's the second time I've used the palette card, and I just think, wow, again, challenging me to think about something in a way that I would never come up with these. Like I would go for my Cathy colors, like I'm going to do pink, orange, and yellow, you know, there's nothing wrong with pink, orange, and yellow. Love pink, orange, and yellow, but it's kind of fun to, you know, get inspired, but you can also find inspiration like this online. There are all kinds of free, what do you call it? Color combo sites, design seeds, all kinds of things. And you can totally do that. And I saw someone say above the L, but the reason I do it like this is I want my sequin line to feel as if it is continuing through the center focal area of flowers. So that's why I do it that way. Sometimes I will add something else in, but when I'm putting things on, I always want them to be very purposeful for me, for my eye. And that is something that I work really hard to say, where else can I put one, or where else can I take one away? So thank you for watching today. Like I said, I don't have any shameless promotions. I'll be premiering a video on Sunday, probably around 1-ish. I don't want to overlap with my friend Amy because she goes live on Sundays, and when I tune in when I can remember, but it'll only be about a 30-minute card. And yeah. Also tonight, I don't have any graphics for this, but Hero Arts and Jennifer McGuire and Tim Holtz, which you may have seen this, they're going to be live tonight on Jennifer's channel. And I think it'll be really cool to have Tim there too, because Tim's old, Tim's from the olden days. Tim's OG. He's been around, and it'll be fun to see them chat. And I watched Jennifer's last live she did with Aaron Leventhal, and it was very cool because I didn't realize that the stamp companies have the history that they do. So, all right, my shirt's almost falling off. Thank you so much for watching. I will be updating the links in the description shortly. Thanks to my moderators, and thanks to all of you for coming to watch my weekly live stream. I will get some pictures posted soon, and I will see you all back here with more card projects soon. Thanks so much, and I'll see you later. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today for my live stream. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you, so hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a few more videos you might be interested in checking out. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.